So let's take this print here, this old building which is local to me. I love the print, I love the way it's been captured. I like the tones on the building itself and the detail. The only thing is the sky. I really want to try and burn the sky in more so it makes it more dramatic. And using these burn tools I can use in the darkroom to cover the edge of the building, because I don't want to darken that anymore. So I can use dodge tools like this, or I can use my hands under the enlarger. But I'm still going to probably get light leaked into here. So a more accurate way of doing it is making a mask using this print by cutting out the edge and then using that on the enlarger on a new print to burn the sky in. So I'll just show you how I do that. Doesn't have to be exact because it's not going to be a exact fit. We're going to be feathering it. So now we've got our mask for the print I'm about to do. Just turn the enlarger light on. There's no paper here at the moment, so I'm just giving you a quick idea is to use the mask and get as close as I can. Just roll it up to the edge and just feather it very slightly as close as I can to the edge and burn that sky in without touching too much of the edge of the building. I've already done a test strip for this print, and I know that 10 seconds is nice on the building as I've already showed you. But I'm just going to do a test print for the sky and see how long I need to burn the sky. So I want to try and get it nice and dark and try and make the clouds pop out. So let's see how we get on with that. Okay, the paper's in there. I'm now going to give the sky, the building is 10 seconds. I'm going to do the sky for 25 seconds. And I'll just zoom through this video and go straight to the developing here. So this is the original print at 10 seconds exposure on the enlarger, and then I just did a test print just for the sky, and that's what 25 seconds gave me. A much darker sky, but I still want to get even more darker sky, so I'm going to change the times. So the overall image was 10 seconds and the sky here was 25 seconds. So 25 minus 10 is 15, so the sky there was burned in for an extra 15 seconds. I'm going to burn it in for an extra 30 seconds, so that would mean an overall exposure time of 40 seconds. After the first 10 seconds I'm going to use my mask, which I've cut, to burn the sky in. Put the paper into the easel. 40-second on the clock, and after 10 seconds I'm going to start burning the sky in using this mask. Okay, so we're basically covering the building so that doesn't get any more than 10 seconds. That's 5 seconds, and just now slowly bring it in. Okay, it's going to go now for 30 seconds or so. Just very tricky to keep your hand still. We're getting there, we're just burning that sky. I don't mind a halo if we get a halo. The most important thing is not to have a sharp edge, so I'm just moving it slowly, just feathering it along the edges. If you're used to Photoshop, you know what feathering is. Okay. Let's take it out of the easel paper and put it in the development and see what we've done. Way so we can see. You can see a nice sky coming on, but I think I've got too much of a halo on the top part of that building, which doesn't look good. Yeah, so the sky looks much more dramatic now. This little bit of halo I can handle. This is just too much for my liking. If I wanted to make a halo effect, I would have blended it in more if it was done purposely, but this just looks like an accident, a happy little accident, as Bob Ross used to say. So I'm going to do one more print. I'm not going to waste too much paper on this, but you get the idea. Okay, so the second print is sitting in a fix. Let's turn the lights on. It's quite accurate this side. This side, very slight halo, which again doesn't really bother me. Not so much as make another print anyway. So there's one more print I do want to try with this while I'm here, is to Remember the solarization video I did a little while ago? I'm going to try and solarize the sky using the mask. So let's do another print, exactly the same thing, but this time we're going to solarize the sky and see how it comes out and looks that way. Okay, so this is going to be fun. I've had to put the mask this time on a piece of card because I don't want to be putting my hands and getting in the way. Okay, so I'm going to be projecting the image as we just did, but this time I'm going to solarize the sky. If you don't know what solarization is, I've got a video on it which I put up a little while ago, so watch that and then come back to this video if you want to know what I'm doing here, but I'll briefly tell you. I'm then going to put the paper into the developer just until it starts to just until the image starts to come through. Then I'm going to put it in the water to slow the development down, and I'm going to take it out of the water, place it on this piece of card, pop my mask over the top, turn this light on for a couple of seconds, take it off, put it back into the developer and stop and fix the print. Okay, so print number 3. Paper goes in the easel. On for 10 seconds. And here we go. Now I don't mind creating a halo effect here because I think the solarization will certainly kill it. We'll keep working on it. Nearly done. Okay, now this is going to be the tricky bit. Getting it into the developer, into the water, onto there. It goes into the developer just till we start to see the image coming through, which will be about some of the cloud at least. Okay, now into the water, slow the development down. Onto the cardboard. Lay this across the top. Turn the light on for a few seconds. Just going to cover that bottom area actually. Really want them to get any light on it. Where's the switch for the light? Okay, 1, 2, that's enough. Just 2 seconds solarization on the clouds. Take the mask off, put the paper back in the development. And she goes, take the card off. Okay, so that final print now is in the fix. I had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery with it, mainly to get the black borders in. But let's turn the light on and see what we've got. Okay, so now you can see this is the final print that we've done. I really like this. None of this has been solarized apart from the edge and just the sky. So just a quick recap on what we did. The original print was only 10 seconds, but I did a 40-second exposure and covered the building and the stonework with this mask, and gave the sky another 30 seconds, and then what I did was solarize just the sky, covered it again as I showed you, quite tricky to do, and then solarize the sky just so it kind of made it look more grey and more dark and gloomy. I'm going to dry this out and then show you how it looks. So this is the original print we had, which was overall 10 seconds, realised we wanted to burn the sky in. This was the second print we did, and where I burned the sky in for another 30 seconds, but then the final print I decided to do a solarization on the sky. Let's just move the camera over, and also with this black border you can see how more dramatic the sky looks. The solarization's really brought it in. Still got this slight halo. You know, it doesn't bother me. The print's still nice. and it's my work. That's the way I see it at the end of the day. But I'm happy with this, and it was quite a good experiment, fun experiment to do something I've never done before. So yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you learned something from it. I certainly did, and I do learn every time I'm making these videos. It makes me want to learn even more and get more into my darkroom work. You know, without doing the video, I'd have probably just walked away and not worried about doing the solarization. But just an idea. I thought, well, why not show other people what I'm learning at the same time? So yeah, it's just another way of doing some dodging and burning. That's what we're trying to show in this video, and you can see the result on here that we come up with. So subscribe and like, please, always helps, and thanks for watching.